Okay, welcome to part 2 where we join Ginge at Newcastle, and he's not had a great start here. So he's only made 4 appearances in the Prem off the bench and 3 off the bench in the Champions League. This first season, I do want to see though, how much has he gone for? 37 million, and it could potentially go up to 47.5. He does have decent stats though, he does have good stats. He's got 3 caps for England and he's even scored a goal. Maybe it was a header. Didn't Newcastle win any trophies though? So they got knocked out of the Champions League. They lost the FA Cup final and they came 3rd in the Premier League. So by the looks of it, they haven't won any trophies. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sim one more year into the future and we'll see where Ginge is then. He's done a little bit better this season. He's not starting as much as he would be at Braga, but obviously he is at a bigger club and he has been injured. Twisted his ankle. He wasn't ever out for months at a time, maybe like 2 months maximum. He should really be playing more. Obviously, there's probably better players than him in the team. Have Newcastle won anything? So they finished 4th in the Prem, which does get them a Champions League spot. They got to the quarter final, but they lost 4-0 to PSG, who in real life, they actually bet 4-1. They lost to City in the quarter-final, the FA Cup. Then they got knocked out by Arsenal in the League Cup. So they haven't won anything. Again, Ginge hasn't been playing quite as much, but he has been playing for England. He has been named in the England seasonal best 11. I don't know if that's anything big, but he has been named in that. So there we go, that's something. And then he was named Newcastle's seasonal player of the year as well. Right, well, quite underwhelming. But here's the big one now. I'm going to sim 5 years into the future now, just so I'm not simming 1 year at a time. And after 5 years, we'll have a proper look in depth. Where has Ginge gone? What has happened? Is he still at Newcastle? Here we are, 5 years in the future. Let's see where Angry Ginge is in his career at this moment in time. Wow. He's still at Newcastle. He's starting every game and he is really good. He's on 600 grand a week, which is pretty similar to what he's on now streaming. He's worth anywhere between 110 million and 325 million. 67 caps for England. He scored 5 goals as well. He is having a great time. Wow, I'm seeing a lot here. He's won the FA Cup, he's won the League Cup, he's won the World Cup with England, another FA Cup, Carabao Cup. That's 5 trophies I've counted already. Wow, there's a 6th. 6 trophies. He made the right move. Obviously, the first 2 seasons weren't fantastic, but he's really grown into a proper player now. Yeah, so the first 3 seasons, he wasn't great, but then you can see the rating has started going up. And then once he got to that 4th season, his rating was amazing. 7.17, 7.15, 7.13, and his best ever 7.19 in the Premier League. Newcastle finished 2nd, only 3 points off being champions. They haven't won the league yet. He's not had any major injuries, obviously always a good sign. And then every year he's just being named England seasonal best 11 and Newcastle seasonal best 11. You just expect it from a player of that caliber, really. It doesn't look like he wants to leave either. He might be here for the rest of his career. And here we go, he's the captain of Newcastle United. You expect that from him. 20 leadership. He's a great captain in real life. He's got the aggression, he's got the leadership. Obviously he's a manager in real life, which I will do a video on and see how well his career goes as a manager in Football Manager. Right, well, 5 years into the future and it's looking really good for him. So I'm obviously going to sim another 5 years until he's 34, and maybe by the time he's 34 he's decided that he wants to go to Saudi and cash in as much of that untaxed money as he can. So I'll see you in 5 years. Okay, we're nearing Ginge's final years of his career. He's 34 years old now. So let's see what the last 5 years of his career have been like. So just like I expected, he's become a Newcastle legend and he's very good. 121 caps for England, 7 goals. He's starting basically every game in the Premier League, every game in the Championship, just any game for Newcastle, he's starting. He's gone down to 400 grand a week, but obviously that's kind of expected. His contract does run out next season. He does not look like he wants to retire. He's described as a legendary centre-back. 341 appearances is crazy. These numbers are very good. 7.26, 7.32. He's had a fantastic career and he'll be happy with this. Leaving Southampton was the best choice he's ever made. Let's see what kind of trophies they have won, because I can see a Carabao Cup. 2041 FA Cup runners-up and Carabao Cup winners. It's up here. Okay, so they won the Premier League. There you go. That's one ticked off. Champions League. He's won everything. He's basically won everything. He's not won the Euros though with England. So England haven't won the Euros. Serbia most recent winners. There you go. That's interesting. But they have won the Premier League 3 seasons ago. This season they finished 3rd. These some personal awards. He got named in Team of the Year. Champions League Dream Team. I'm not sure what this is. Never heard of it. He's in the all-time best 11 alongside Ramsdale, Declan Rice, Trent, Jude Bellingham. Some huge names. Marcus Rashford, Phil Foden, Saka, Rico Lewis, Mark Guehi. He's had a fantastic career. He became the England captain in 2036. Stats are also just amazing. Here's his first major injury, 3 months out with torn hamstring. He did recover from that and just continue his amazing form, so what's there to complain about? Anyways, at the age of 34, he still hasn't decided to retire. He's basically completed football as a defender. I'm gonna sim 1 year at a time now until he decides to retire. And here we have it at the age of 36, after 130 games for his national team and over 400 appearances for Newcastle United. Angry Ginge has decided to retire, and his final season was a great success. He's won the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, and they nearly completed the domestic treble, coming second in the FA Cup final. He had a fantastic career. Basically every season at Newcastle, over a 7 rating, which is very good for a player in the Premier League. You do expect that. Many trophies for Angry Ginge. Fantastic. Look at the amount of competitions he's either come runner-up in or won. But anyways, if you did enjoy Angry Ginge's career on Football Manager, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and comment who you would like to see next.